Good evening, YouTube. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I have MS, remitting relapsing apparently, and I've had it now for about 15 months. In those 15 months, life has changed quite significantly. I went from being relatively healthy on the day of my wedding. I've had 4 relapses, and I have spasms all over my body, tremors under my skin, like I'm constantly cold, those kind of shivers when I'm not. But I do suffer from cold intolerance as well, and with it being January, winter is proving to be quite problematic. But spasms and tremors. The hug, I've had it now for about 4 months. Feeling of a tight leather belt, spasming tight leather belt around my waist. All the way around my waist, including my back. My back right now feels like there's a big clamp on it. And that pain has been there for a while now. And sometimes it's really quite limiting. I have weakness in both of my legs. I can walk short distances, but I can walk. There are some things that I live with that I don't really care about, like neuropathy in my legs. It feels like they're on fire sometimes. I don't care about that. I have numbness in both of my hands. I don't really care about that. I get dizzy. There are times where I can forget things quite quickly, and my concentration goes. There are other things as well. Some of them slip my mind sometimes because I'm starting to get used to having them all the time. I've got no idea how quickly I am progressing. I haven't had a noticeable relapse for a while, I think, but I'm in a lot of pain, a lot. My body is very inflamed, very damaged, because I've had so many relapses in such a short period of time. So I hope that my body's going to mend itself a little bit. I don't know. That's the fun of it. Unpredictable. Debilitating. I was told today that there are now 2.5 million of us. And babies are starting to be diagnosed now as young as 6 months old. Children whose childhoods are going to be so dramatically changed by this. They must spend all of their lives, their childhood, their teenagehood, their adult life, living with a disease that's going to get more and more worse over time. It breaks my heart to know that that is happening. 6 months old. 2.5 million. When I first started learning about MS, I think the population was 2 million, maybe 2.2. Now that they've increased diagnostic equipment, they're identifying more and more cases. But then, MS is only one of the autoimmune diseases. Last I counted, there was at least 26. And I think one day I added up lupus. I have a wonderful friend with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis and MS, and I think the total global population, just those 3, is 10 million. 3 of those 26 plus chronic, incurable, autoimmune-based illnesses. Anyway, I could waffle on and on about how much I hate MS. I despise it. It it's taken a lot of my life away. But I am hoping that a journey that I'm starting with a medication called low-dose naltrexone will improve things for me. I'll post a link giving information on low-dose naltrexone. It helps a lot with autoimmune illnesses, but also it's actually started helping with cancer as well. There's more and more diseases, conditions that low-dose naltrexone is starting to help with. It's I got a lot of prayer on this regulating my immune system, reducing the inflammation in my body, kicking my natural endorphins in, my natural painkillers in my body, hoping that what I have to live with every day will go a little bit. I hope. I really hope. But this is it here. Low-dose naltrexone. I had to get this from a private doctor because despite the US and other countries conducting clinical trials proving the benefits of LDN, the NHS do not recognise it. They say it's not approved. So I actually had to pay a private doctor to get this. Luckily, I spoke to a couple of good doctors and they agreed that I should get started on this as quickly as possible. So I'm starting it tonight. I'm a little afraid, as I always am when I start a new medication. I'm afraid. I know that there may be some side effects that I'm going to have to work through, as all medications are. You have to work through the side effects, and over time they reduce. So, but I've got to prepare. I am going to take my normal Epsom bath, magnesium overload, that I take 3 times a week. Get a good meal in my stomach. I'm also trying to follow the OMS diet as well. I'm putting a lot into trying to improve my life, trying to reduce the pain that I have all the time. The only relief I get is when I am asleep. That's the only relief. As soon as I wake up, as soon as I start moving, it starts. So there's a lot of prayer on this to work. I know it won't start working straight away. If it does, then thank the gods. But I'm not expecting it to. But I want to have a meal in my stomach first, have an Epsom bath, and clean myself off. And then the last thing I will do is take my first dose, my first 1.5 dose millilitres, and prepare myself for the first night. I've got things that I can do to hopefully get some sleep. I have no problem sleeping anyway, but insomnia and sleeplessness can be one of the first things, as can an increase in my everyday symptoms. They're interesting enough anyway, so time to make them go a little bit worse. It's all about regulating my immune system. It's all about having the endorphins in my body get started, start kicking in, start reducing the pain, hopefully, because I'm going on my honeymoon in 2 months, and I would really like a bit of relief. So I will update again just after my Epsom bath, when I have had my food and I'm just about to take my first dose. So here we go. Epsom bath first. Well, I've had my Epsom bath. I always put 1 cup of Epsom salt into the bathtub, water not too hot. I normally add a bath bomb of some sort, normally lavender, and I sit there for about 20 minutes. sweat a lot, relax, try to, and sweat things out a bit. So that's that finished. I've had my dinner. I'm still in an awful lot of pain. I hate that I look so normal. And yeah, I'm sat here with a very, very painful back. I'd like that to go. I really would like that to go. So I am due to have my first LDN dose very soon, 1.5 milligrams. I am preparing for a sleepless night, as I said. I've got my balm and my lavender spray, and I will try my best to get at least some sleep. Prayers for this to work. I've had to do quite a bit to get this med. I've had to fight quite a lot of people. So, kind of putting all my hope on this. All of it. Really want it to work. Really want it to calm my body down a bit. Just make me feel a bit more normal, you know. That'd be the best situation. I'll never be symptom free, as much as I'd like to. But I will never be symptom free. It's just a shame. Maybe one day, with hope, they can start curing people of autoimmune. I'm hoping in my lifetime I'll get to witness that. I hope. If not for me, then for our children, for future generations. I would give up my life quite willingly if it meant a cure was coming for everyone else. I would sacrifice that. But I would like to see change. And I'm hoping my own personal change starts with LDN. So, fingers crossed here that good things start happening very soon. Watch this space and sweet dreams, everybody.